ons aan. Is nog niks hier so aan. Hello. Hi everyone.
Hi.
Welcome back. I've just been given the rules and regulations of what I must and must not do. I mustn't fiddle with my nails and I mustn't look on the phone, so I'm looking there. Welcome. Last time we saw each other on Friday, it was autumn and today it's winter. So welcome and happy winter. Just to introduce ourselves, I'm Eleanor
Bertie.
and we are from the Roy Suitcase, for those of you that don't know. And today we're doing a brand new project. So we are going to be working on our hat boxes. Both of them are painted with parchment from Petit Rouge. There you go. So, and today we want to show you some Appliques and we want to show you some multi-layer stencils. I just want to open on this side so that I can follow you guys. This child has just left me in the dark now, so that I can comment back on your comments. Hopefully, if we can get there. Sorry, it's a bit slow. But while it's opening there, I wanted to show you the appliques. These are from the Velvet Attic and from Petit Rouge. They are made out of unbleached calicos. And they've all got pretty pictures on. Can I help you? Yeah, just take them. So there you go. And there, I think everybody likes the bunny. And these you can use on your boxes or on your Bible boxes or actually whatever you want to. Today I'm going to show you how to put it onto the box.
Just put it there at the back behind that.
And then how to actually put it on. Using the...
And mine looks like that. And what does yours look like?
I've lost mine. Where's mine? This one is mine. Okay. So this is what we're going to be doing today. Just want to make sure that I've got you guys up and running this side. There we go. Alright. I just want to put down the sound so that I can see your comments. Hi Letitia, hi Surita. So right, we're working with fabric appliques today. It's printed on unbleached calico. So I'm going to show you how we actually put it onto the box. Just to give you some updates, these boxes were painted with parchment from Petit Rouge. I've just done some clay works on the top. You've seen this before. Mom is now just painting her lid. I see I've got a bit of hair on it. I'm going to move this.
Your lid has been done.
Hello Leslie. Hello Janina. So you take your fabric applique and this is where you can actually cut an edge and fray the edges if you want. In Afrikaans rafel die kante as jy wil, or you can just cut it to the edge. Now on mine, I want to cut it to the edge because I'm going to be doing some stenciling. So just a normal scissor, you take your applique and you cut it according to, oh this is not a nice scissor at all, to the edges. Hello Jackie from Zimbabwe. Hallo Pieter. Pieter, stuur hy kind met 'n nuwe skêr asseblief. Seeing that he's watching, he might just as well bring me a new scissor. I don't think I've got any. Oh, I do. I do.
I think the others are in the other room.
We've changed rooms today, so today we actually, hi Anna Marie.
Because it's too cold outside.
It's too cold outside and we're actually in the painting room today. So this is where we should have been the whole time.
I think it'll rise so quickly. Where can I put mine?
I've got a space for drying on the side. You know you're going to give it a second cut, eh?
Yes.
So this is the first cut. We're painting a steel lid for one of the drums. It's
I
steel.
could have put it there if you just told me where on top of that suitcase.
He's opened space for me, yeah. He's
And
very
I know you're going
organized.
to mess up your thing now. Put it on top of that suitcase.
Is it not gonna go
No, I
on?
don't think so.
Alright, underneath the camera.
Yes.
Like that. Alright. So we're working with fabric appliques today.
It's like
Oh, you can't see me properly. I think get the cameraman here.
Let's turn it around.
He must, I don't know what he's going to do. But it's because we've got overcast weather. So we've put up all the lights that we have. But the room is a bit dark. Can you see me now? Okay, cool. Alright, Leslie, so we sorted out. We're working with fabric appliques from the Velvet Attic and from Petite Rouge. These are unbleached calico and it's been printed in the front. You can either cut it out to only use the block you want, or you can fray it on the edges. It looks like that. We are going to be working with our hat boxes. Hello Louise from Bloemfontein. It's nice to know where you guys are from. So all I'm doing is I'm just cutting on the edge here because I actually want to have mine right on the edge. They said they sorted out, they can see us now.
Yes.
Yes. Alright, did you manage to get another scissors?
I checked it on the computer.
You can use the big scissors. Okay. So we're just cutting out our fabric appliques. We're going to be putting them on the hat boxes. And then we're going to do some multi-layer stenciling. Because a lot of you had questions about multi-layer stenciling. So we're going to be sharing that with you today. I'm just cutting right on the edge. Ma, you're going to fray yours. Rafeltjies. Gaan jy rafeltjies
Ja,
maak?
ek het gedink so.
Okay. So Mom's
And I
going to
have
show
to
you
cut
the
off
fraying.
A little piece here, but we don't want it that large, do we?
So you decide how big you want. We're just cutting it on the edge. It's unbleached calico that's been printed. These are designs from Petite Rouge and from the Velvet Attic. So as you can see, this is what I'm doing. I'm just cutting around the edge of the applique. You can use this to make quilts and stuff as well because it's fabric. I just need to check from time to time. This thing says error loading.
Have you got a dustbin here?
No, I don't.
I'll just put it on.
Okay, there you guys are back. Sorry, we're checking on the phone because the camera's turned around, so we can't see you there. So we're looking for your comments on this side. Hi, Andrew from Bermuda. We are using fabric appliques that we are just cutting. They are made out of like a cotton unbleached calico. They've got this nice printed patterns on. Oops. I'm just cutting mine on the edge and Emma's going to fray hers. Do you want to go and show them how you fray yours, Mom? Hi, Anita. So what have you girls and boys been up to this weekend? What have you been doing?
You just pull out your little pieces of thread so that it looks like that.
Hallo Trudy van Gansbaai. Hi Judith, you late? Judith from Meyerton. Okay, so we're working with the fabric appliques today. These are like a cotton unbleached calico, and it's, where did I put the others again? And it's from the Velvet Attic and from Petite Rouge. There's some chickens. A nice Paris one. A little flower French one. A Bonnie. And this one. So these are all the same. You can use them for quilting. You can use them for sticking them onto your things. So, and I'm going to show you how to do it without Mod Podge. You can use Mod Podge too if you really want to.
Obviously, if they don't have what we have, they use what they've got.
Please take the writing off the screen. I'm not too sure how to do that, but Lida, I think it was just the error loading, but now it's okay. Hi Jan, hi Rosemarie. So we're working with the fabric appliques. I've cut mine out. Here's my edge, this is what is left. It's of unbleached calico. Mom is fraying hers out, so it's got little rafeltjies. So I'm going to start mine so long more. So this is my hat box. I've given it 2 coats of parchment Petite Rouge. This is the lid. I showed you this before. I did it with clay. So now I want to put one of those appliques on the side of the lid of the drum. I'm just going to take this off. Oh, I still have stuff inside. It's like Christmas inside this box. Oh, dankie, Rosemarie. Hi, Stella. Yeah, I said we went away in autumn and today we came back in winter. So that's how the weather changed. So today we're in the painting room. Right, so firstly what I want to do is I want to make sure that I've got the front of my box. So here's the back lining. I'm just going to take a pencil and just eyeball it so that I can get my picture on the front. So I make a little mark with my pencil so that I know where's the front of my box. Then I'm going to measure it to make sure it actually fits on my box. You see, I am a lucky girl. You're going to have a problem. Oh no, you've got a different box. So that is spot on, I think. Alright. So now I've got, you see I haven't painted the bottom. I've got the phone open to see your comments because we can't see it on the phone because we've got a new phone working here, so I'm not sure how that works.
How did Jan progress on his painting?
Yeah, I don't know. You must maybe tell us.
Jan, you must tell us how your painting
Hi,
is going.
Sharita. So we're working with the furniture appliques, fabric appliques. These are unbleached calico. It's been printed on. Mama's busy fraying hers. Mine I want it right to the edge. I've made a mark on my box so that I can get the middle.
Is that enough or must I do more?
I think that's enough. But just go and show them quickly. And then
Those little pieces.
so Mama's frayed a pleat. I'm just putting some paint bottles here just to hold my box in place so it doesn't go. And I'm taking a fine brush.
This is going to take a while because it's not.
And I'm using my lacquer. That's our clear sealant. It's a satin clear. Maybe I should do this a bit closer.
So that's my front. Are we just putting it up that way?
Yes, just like you want.
Yes, we're only using one brush.
Yes, I'll give it to you now. So what you want to do is you using a normal flat brush, make sure that it's paint free. I'm wetting it quite a lot, and in the area where I'm going to be putting on my applique, I actually paint a layer of the lacquer. This is our clear sealant. It's not a special glue or anything, it's just our clear sealant. And where I put it down, I just go over it with my brush. Now I'm going to do the top part, wetting the area underneath with my lacquer.
Let's go a little bit further.
Yeah. So, putting it down and then just going over with my lacquer over the top. And that's it. That's how you seal it. So just make sure you've got a nice cover or a nice coat of sealant over it. And make sure that all your bubbles are out underneath. This is fabric.
Sherita Benson Stalls is watching.
Yeah, she's watching.
Did you see that?
Yes. So there we go. I'll bring you in now, or show you now. I just want to get it smooth. And that is how it dries, and that's really how simple it is.
Although it's not going to dry that quickly if we don't blow it.
Yes, we might need to get our cameraman to just come and take the stuff and just blow dry it for us, if he is listening. I saw that he was logged in, so we should be hearing some feet now. So this week's challenge is your paint room or your paint studio. If you don't have a studio, then just your corner where you do your crafts. Take something from there and just update it or remake it. Take a nice picture and post it on the page for us.
Daniela's watching.
Hi Danila. That's just so that we can share in creativity. We're working with furniture Appliques today, you see there? Actually came out very nice, and I made sure that all my bubbles are out. You can even rub it with your finger if you want. And that's how easy it is, just to get it on. So now of course this needs to dry a bit. We should hear our cameraman coming now. And then I just want to get this box to you. I don't go rolling everywhere. Good. Alright, just to show you the top of the
Is that
box.
enough?
No? Yeah, you just want to get it, but did you put some stuff underneath?
Yes.
Okay, cool. That's easy. Not difficult. This is the lid we did. I showed you this before. I used some air drying clay for this. And I've just given it a coat of parchment. And now it should be ready to shade it and to put some glaze onto it. Now your lid won't be ready. Hi Renelle, hi Lorna, hi Rika Nia, actually now, but hi Leah, Rika, these are fabric appliques that we get from the vintage, the Velvet Attic and from Petit Rouge. So we buy them like that already. We don't print on them. These are...
lady that prints them for us.
There you go.
We're only doing that section where we put the applique down, eh?
Yes. So you can select your designs in the catalogue and then they print it accordingly.
We need water. Can I just go and fetch it? Can I put this in there as well?
Yes, you may. Alright, so that's the furniture Appliques. I hope I answered your question. Okay. So it's on.
And it looks like so.
Go and show them closer. Quite pretty. Yes. Alright, so I'm still removing ends, yeah? You can't do anything on your lid now.
And what I'm going to do with mine, once lockdown is over, I'm going to put wheels on mine. So that
Wheels
it's
of
movable.
feet.
Wheels.
Hi Kim, how are you? Alright, so I want to show you the new multi-layer stencils because people always ask us, how do you do a multi-layer stencil? So today I want to cover that so that you all know how to do it. And we are going to be using our new peony stencil. So I'm just going to show you quickly. This is a 4-layer stencil and it comes with 2 leaves. Here are the leaves. Number 1, number 2, 1 and 2 together. These are a 4-layer stencil of the flower. Sorry, got some dark stuff happening here.
Rustic Bling says hi, looking good.
So this is the new peony 20 centimeter stencil. That's your first layer. It's just got your flower. Your second layer, this is for a shade darker. This is your third layer. And this is your crown in the middle of your peony. So this stencil is 4 layers. So people always ask me, why is the multi-layered stencils more expensive than the normal ones? Because it's 4 stencils, that's why. So I'll explain to you now how to use these. Then our other peony stencils. This one is a 2-layer. So there's your first layer. You would have seen this one on that big wall that I did some time ago. And there's your other layer. These are full
Are we
of
doing this
syrup.
rim last?
Yes. And this is also a 20 centimeter. And the same flower, this is just a 15 centimeter one. And then for the first flower, that is 4 layers, we've got a 10 by 10 one as well. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I'm going to explain to you now how they work. And these are just the leaves that goes with the small ones.
Explain to them about the little holes as well.
Yes, yes. So when you get your stencils in your multi-layer stencils, it will come with instructions at the back. And it will tell you each stencil is numbered.
Strijdom Odette van South Ricatrix.
Hallo julle allemaal. Okay, so when your multi-layer stencils come like this, you get instructions with, and in each little corner there is a little hole. And you'll see there will be a number. If it says number 1, it means you paint number 1 first. And then you paint number 2, then you paint number 3, and then number 4. And these little holes on the corners are there so that you can match up your stencil perfectly. So I'm going to explain to you how this works.
So you're going to work that side now.
Yes, but now I'm wondering how I am going to be able to work on this thing.
Must I go and blow it quickly?
Now it's almost dry. Alright. So the first thing I want to do now
I
is,
shall hold it for you, then you can go that side.
I think I want to do a big one now. No, it's maybe too big. Alright, let's start with these. Alright. Yeah, you need to come along with it. So you need a pencil because you need to draw the little holes on the corner. And you always make sure that your number is in your right hand top corner. So I'm going to put it down. Let's just get some stuff happening here. Right. So I want to make a peony. Let's put it here. I'm not going to do it square because it's going to look a bit odd. I want to do it that way around. So I need some masking tape. You like them more?
What?
Those. You haven't
Yes.
seen them yet. They're brand spanking new. So I'm just using 2 pieces of masking tape. I'm putting my first stencil down.
Are you going over your cloth?
Yes, I want to. I'm going to tape this side down, not very tightly though.
Yes, I'm going to go over.
Yeah. And there. So that I can still see at least 3 of my little kulikis and my number.
So where's the pencil?
It's here. I just want to put another piece of tape down here. Because I'm the first one that will go over the line.
Beatcraft is watching.
Hi Sophia. We're working with multi-layer stencils and appliques. So there we go. So I'm happy that my stencil is down. And I take my pencil and I go into those little kulikis and then I make a circle with my pencil. This is going to keep your stencil layers in place. Okay, so that's done. Now the first color I want to do is, I'm just thinking that number 3, number 4, right. So I'm going to do my darker color first. Have I got it right? Number 2, number 3. So you always want to make sure that whatever layer you have, the one that's got the lightest edge, that comes last. Okay. So there you can see this one and this one. That's why that is number 2. Because it comes before those. Alright. So I'm going to do light first. Let's do light. Light is La Peau. So this is the color I'm going to be using. It's La Peau from Petite Rouge.
It looks like a little carnation.
It's actually a peony. I hope you guys can see. It's like a beigey pink color. It's actually quite a nice color. Someone saying hello, Annette. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Danila. Hi, Rihanna. So I want to take a stencil brush that I've used that was a bit light in color. I've got my cloth close by because I need to wipe down my stencil brush. I take my brush and I dip it in the bottle like so, and I wipe it very well on my rag. So it must be like blusher when you test it on your hand. And I go around my stencil in circular movements.
Are you doing your lighter color first?
Yes. So even if I go over the fabric applique, it's okay. I want the flowers to go over it here and there. So there you go. This is the first layer. I'm starting from light to dark. Lilian.
Start from yellow.
Hi, Lilian. We're doing multi-layer stenciling. And this is my first layer I'm putting on with La Peau from Petite Rouge. It's a very light pink. Alright.
You have explained to them if they come in late, they can always watch it again.
Yes. You can replay it if you guys come in late.
Why did the light go?
Very big question. I think the charger. Let me just get another charger quickly.
Otherwise we're going to be in the dark.
Yes. I've got all these backup chargers in case of emergencies. Break this glass. There we go. That should be okay. There we go. Hope you guys can see again. Right, so I've put down my first layered stencil, number 1. I've made them, oh my goodness. I've made the little kulikis with some pencil. And I've done my first color, which is La Peau.
Can we just pick this one up?
Pieter, sal jy net vir CP vra om asseblief vir ons nog 'n charge docking station but power bank te bring? We've lost a lot. Alright, then you can take your stencil off because you've done your first layer now. Thank you. Right, let's try and fix this light quickly. And action. There we go. Alright, you should be able to see. So now when I've taken down my stencil, you can see my little collies are still there. Right. So now I am going to be using my second stencil. And remember, my corner is always, my number is always in the top. So all I do is I make sure that I match up my collies. And that will give me my second layer. What, I just need to match properly. No, take it off. Is it fastening? It doesn't. So you do need to match up your little circles perfectly. Alright, I'll show them now. Don't close down on the shoulder. There we go. Alright, just want to stick this on front. And there, that side, on this side. Alright, so now you can see all my marks have been lined up. So now I can do my second layer. I need this color. And I need
Catherine,
hi Catherine. So now I go in with my second color, which is Toulouse from Petite Rouge. It's a more pinkish color. I'm going to be using the same brush because now I'm going a shade darker, so it's not really going to pick it up. Wiping my brush and then this thing is going to go going over my stencil. This is now my second layer. And already once you've gone over this, you'll start seeing the difference. We're going to be taking it off now. So this is layer number 2 of 4. Okay, so there you can already see it starting to look like a 3D flower. Now we're going to do our darker level 1. Right. I use the same masking tape over and over again. So when you match it now up, you remember my number's in the right hand corner and I need to match up all the little doikies. Right, this bottom one's not in. So that's all you need to do is just match the dots the whole time. What? The dots. Match the dots. Thanks, Mom. So you see the stencil is on those dots. This one keeps on coming loose because of the thing still being wet.
Must I get a new one?
Now I'm going to be going in with my very last of the last Antoinette's Kiss, which is my darker color.
You just have to hold it there. Clean up your...
You see it's quite a dark color. Wipe it thoroughly. Hold it down and stencil over your third one. Hi Annette, daar is klankers dalk op jou foon. So this is now the darkest of my colors. There we go. And once it dries, you will actually see your 3D flower. Okay. So that's as easy as pie. And then you just take a normal eraser and you remove your
No, you're doing
cornices.
your fourth one.
Yeah, but that's a oh yeah.
Yeah, dong dong.
It's a dum-dum, yeah. Let me just get the yellow because that's the center, the core of the flower. And that I want to remove. Ja, ek sal hom kyk.
Is daarom nog lekker?
Ja, so vergeet mens net.
Ook maar 'n goeie ding jou ma is hier.
Ja, ek sal dit my ma. Alright, so you match the fourth one if you don't forget about it.
That's why you need your mother to work with you.
So there's my fourth one. That's going to be the core or the inside of the flower. That's a bit of yellow. Hi Janet. Hi Tannie Lizette. So I'm just going over my core of my flower. This is the fourth and last layer of my multi-layer. Take it out. And then you can play around with it, change your colors, put darker colors, mixed colors, you can change around on it.
This is going to be...
If you also feel that the eraser doesn't work properly, you're welcome to just do a touch up of your background color once you're done. Okay. Yeah. So that's a simple method of doing multi-layer stencils. Now you've seen the difficult one first. So let me show you the easier one second.
Is that just 2 layers?
This is just a 2-layer stencil. So this has got like your leaves and this has got the background of your flower. So this one I'm going to start off with painting dark and then just doing my leaves in a bit lighter color. So once again,
are you using this?
Now I'm going to be using the Antoinette's Kiss and the Toulouse. So the first one I'm going to be using is the one just with my background.
Plastic in. Are you putting it over that one?
No, it's going underneath. So stick me down, please.
I need that. Is it just this?
Not over the holes. Not over the holes. So we're just sticking down the first portion of our multi-layer. And this is now maybe that side. And then maybe just a piece for you. Okay. Alright, so this one's going to go on like that. But for this one, I'm going to be painting behind this flower. I'll show you now how to do that. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is going in with the finer brush.
Where's this bottle that you opened?
It's on this side where I can't look over. So I'm going into my dark color first using a flat brush, and everywhere there where I want it to be behind the first flower, I'll go in just drawing a little edge around it with my paint, so that the one flower can be behind the other flower. I'm drawing the edge because then if I've got an edge I can stencil around it and I won't touch my edge, so I won't affect my flower. This is only a 2-layer multi-layer stencil, so I'll show you the complicated one first. It doesn't get pretty now. I'm just going over the edges with a flat brush. Because I want to paint this flower behind our previous flower. So that's all I do, is I give it a bit of an edge so that I can stencil right up to the edge. That way I won't go over my line. Alright, perfect. Just like so. Then going in with my stencil brush. I'm almost done with this paint. There's almost nothing left. I almost forgot. You need to remember to draw your little circles on the corners, because you need to match up your second one. No, now you would need to hold there for me. There. That's flatties. So you just go over your stencil with your dark color now first. And now I blend it in at the edge. So I don't need to worry too.
Dan gaan die kleur gebruik vir die selfe.
Dus die selfe is nie die kwaas, is bietjie pink ook. Hou net daarvan. So I'm making this whole area a flower, well, it's basically 2 flowers, but yeah. So then I just fill in the insides. I'm hoping you guys can see. Hi, Marie. We've got a non-visual phone here, so I can't see you guys on the phone. We have to check on my phone. So if I'm missing comments or I'm missing you guys, I'm sorry.
You will reply later.
I will reply later. So I'm just going over my edge a bit, where I've drawn an edge around the back flower. We're doing multi-layer stenciling. This is the first layer of a 2-layer flower.
Yeah, there's a little spot there. Okay.
So at the moment it looks like a big mess, because it's just one color.
Wait for it.
Alright, so I've done my first layer. I've drawn in the little holes. I've made sure my number is at the top. So now I'm going to take it off. And that's what I get. You see that this is now the background for my next layer. And my little marks are still there, so I can match my second stencil. Now, for this one I might need a new brush, because I've used my...
Where's the lid?
It doesn't have a lid, because the lid is in the fridge, because I've mixed a certain color to do a painting. So yeah. Alright, once again, make sure your number is in the top corner, and go into your stencil, matching those little circles perfectly. If it's not matched, wait. If it's not matched perfectly, it's not straight. Wait, it's not right. Okay,
Straight, yeah. No,
Alright.
now it's not right.
Alright, there we go. So if it's not matched, don't paint it. Make sure you match the... No? Make sure you match your little markers that you've put on. Okay. Right, now I'm going in with my Toulouse. Ek dink is jou klank in net. Hi Sophia. Ja, Sophia, my phone maak ook funny goed, so I'm not sure every day what's happening on my phone. So I'm dipping it into the Toulouse, drying it quite nicely, and then this is my second layer. Yes. Remember not to go over your line that you've created here. And just go over your stencil and do your lighter color. It might pick up some of the back color, then just dip your brush again and get your light color on. It's pretty anymore. So this is a 2-layer stencil, multi-layer stencil. They all come with instructions. They've got numbers at the top so that you can know which one is number 1. Number 1 you paint first.
Always, yeah.
Number 2 you paint second. So yeah. And the leaves are marked like that too. So now, are you ready for the big reveal?
Ta-da!
So there you go.
This way.
And there's your second flower. You can still, if you want
And it
to.
looks as if it's lifting up, yeah.
Yeah. You can still, if you want to, use that little yellow center and just put it over. It's really up to you. So that is multi-layering stencils. So there are 2 sets. There's the one with the double flower and the leaves. And then there's the one which I showed you first, which is the 4-layer peony. 1, 2, 3, and the 4th one. And then, as always, the leaves you get for free. Okay. Right, so now everybody understands multi-layers. If you forgot something, just go back onto this today's video and then just do a replay and you can catch it again. Someone's saying something. Error loading. Oh my goodness, this is frustrating. So I can now continue going around this bin of mine, but I want to enter a little bit of yellow in my centers. So I'm just using, this is the stencil from the other portion, but I'm using the core.
Stella's so beautiful.
And I'm just going to use it on the side too. Thanks, Stella. So there you go. It's difficult.
Huh?
It's actually
As
quite
easy as
simple.
pie.
And remember, you get it with instructions as well. What is our time now?
10 to.
So we can still go on, yeah?
Do you want to do leaves?
Yes, I want to do some leaves, but I'll be okay. You can do yours
Where
if
is
you
this?
Thanks, Mom. So the same principle that I've applied for the flower is the same principle I will apply for the leaves. So if it says number 2, you paint it second. If it says number 1, you paint it first.
And now you've got other stencils there as well, which will fit on my bin because it's
These are
longer,
bigger. And once you've finished doing your painting, remember to remove your little markers. And if you can't remove them, just do some touch-up on it. Okay, I want to do some leaves. And remember, if you want to paint a leaf behind your flower, just do the same thing that I've just done. A little edge around your flower underneath, and then do your leaf. Otherwise, you're going to go over your flower.
So now I've got four different colors here.
Well, I've used, your 4th color is your yellow. So you need to decide which colors you want to do. All the paint colors are... Yeah, the 4th one is your core, so that's normally yellow.
Oh, I've got 6.
Yes, but you've got 2 leaves.
Oh.
That is not part of the set.
4. So I need 4 colors.
Or you need you need 3 colors, because your 4th one is your yellow. Yes. So all the colours I've put them here. I don't know if you want to use the same. Hi Courtney, we're working with multi-layer stencils today. So now, where is my number? Number is at the top. I need to take my pencil and I need to mark my first circle. And my second one is here over a flower, so I draw it in lightly. And now I need, hello?
What are you
I'm making leaves. Could I have some masking tape, please, Mom? Thank you. We've used the fabric Appliques to put them on the boxes. We've just cut it out and we've used our Petite Rouge sealant, and it's actually dry already, so you can see how quickly it actually
must be quick
dries.
with those leaves, you're running out of time.
I need a little piece. It's only a 2-layer. So the leaves are only a 2-layer. Just prop it up, yeah. Right, let me get some greens. I've only got this green now. And the dark green. So for this I'm going to be using the Empress Envy from Petite Rouge. And I'm just using a Deco Art, like a sour apple color. This I got from the Velvet Antique. And on the leaves you use a much smaller brush, so you don't need such a big brush. I've got another one there. Okay. So once again, dip your brush into the paint, wipe it off very well, so it's like a blusher on your face, and then just go over your leaf. I've drawn my 2 little circles.
Don't you want to come and stand here?
Now I want to chop it up a bit. Like that. So just first color on, take it off. Just want to keep my sticky tape for my second one.
You're using the bigger stencil now, remember? So that's what you wanted.
Yes. Make sure my number is in the corner, and then just tie up my little circles so that they match.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's see.
But now I'm sticking
I
myself.
thought you're using the bigger one.
No. So there you go, matched. Now I'll take my lighter green.
Using the same brush?
Yeah, I'm just going to use the same brush. Thank you. I dip it in the green. I wipe it quite well. And I go over my stencil with the light green. And there you go. So there shouldn't be anything complicated about multi-layer stenciling. If you've been stenciling with multi-layers before and it's complicated, you either haven't followed the instructions or you haven't been reading your stencils, because they should all have numbers at the top. They should have these registration marks to make sure that they fit on top of each other perfectly. So if you've got that in place, you should be ready to go. The only difference is, instead of painting 1 stencil, you'll paint 4 stencils in the same position. It might be a good idea to have your colors dry in between. That way it doesn't pick up the next color. Yeah. What color are you going to be stenciling?
No, we're running out of time now. We will carry on.
No. Okay. Right, so the challenge for the week is your craft room or your paint studio, or if you've got a corner in the living room that is yours where you craft, do something nice and exciting there. Take photos, share it on our page. It's just so that we can inspire other people and share the creativity and the inspiration. We will continue doing these tutorials while the lockdown is still in place. We joked the other day saying that we'll continue until our paint runs out, but that's fairly soon. So then we're going to be very creative in doing different things with our paint.
Baking cookies.
So yeah, so please share with us. This week the challenge is your paint or craft area, and then if everything goes well, we'll see each other tomorrow.
Yes.
At 2 o'clock, right here.
And what are we doing from next week when we're back at work?
Then we're going to have to
Once a
take
week.
it out. We are part of manufacturing, so we might have an effect on you guys, but we will keep you informed.
Right. Have a nice afternoon.
Enjoy your evening. Bye-bye.
Bye. Eleanor, ek wil net vir jou van hierdie vra. Want hier